Okay, Molly McCann against Hannah Goldy.
24K.
24K. 12-4 for Molly McCann, 6-2 for Hannah Goldy. Same height and a 1-inch reach advantage for Molly McCann. Both have got a real high striking output. Slightly higher for Hannah Goldy, 5.83 for McCann, 6.05 for Goldy. Better striking defense and accuracy on McCann's part. What do you reckon?
Well, we saw Molly at the IMAF competition, right? Which, man, props to you. There's no way I'm coaching anybody 2 weeks before I fight, or like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
and that,
she was full of energy as well, wasn't she?
And that Fit Expo is so draining. Because she went from training to doing that. Plus, she gives her whole heart when she's coaching. Yeah. That must have been just exhausting. And when I asked her,
you got to be careful. You got to be careful brushing past the fake tan people as well with USADA tests. You don't want to you know what I mean? You don't want to absorb some sweat that's got some suspect shit.
Oh, the protein farts and that.
Yeah, set the fire alarm off on the Sunday constantly. Fucking, the methane alarm was triggered.
All right. Anyway, when she was there, I wasn't only impressed and in all of that as an act from her, just saying that, this, I wouldn't be here if this wasn't important. Yep. You have to give back to the generation. So she really does give back to the MMA community, and she's, with the English mixed martial arts and always helping.
Yep, that gloves up weapons down.
Yes. Yeah, she was talking about that. But when I was listening to her coach, it was really smart advice. Constantly, even because there are different fighters, different weight class, and every time she was coaching and I was listening to it, I'm like, that's some high fight IQ.
Yeah.
And with the refs that are around or the judges, she's always asking questions and always trying to improve. And I feel like right now she's a lot more mature than she's ever been in fighting, which is great because she still has so much heart and determination and this will to win, but she also
can channel it better now.
Yes, yeah. I feel like she's channeling it better. Also, her energy, her fight IQ, all of it. I feel like that's getting a lot better. And what does Dave from Stoke mean? I heard her say that in an interview.
You said what?
She's like, "Don't get mad, Dave from Stoke."
It's Dave from Stoke. She's probably talking to someone specific on social media. A guy called Dave that lives in Stoke.
I don't know if it was something against Liverpool or something.
I wonder what he said to get a shout out on a post-fight interview. Dave from Stoke.
It wasn't post-fight. It was just a documentary they did, and I don't know if it was talking about Liverpool or something. It's like, all right, don't get crazy at me, Dave from Stoke. And
it's probably someone that gives a shit online all the time. That's probably what it is. All right,
Dave from Stoke, you need to chill. She gonna come after you.
Okay, which way are you going on this one?
Okay. Wait, we haven't even talked about Hannah Goldy. You think I did all this research for nothing? You go sit through it. Because I sat through fights and interviews, so you listen. All right? You better not skip through.
You've been told.
I'm sick of this. It's like hours I could be outside.
You're already sunburned. You're not allowed outside anymore. Okay, come on then. Talk to me about Hannah Goldy.
Hannah Goldy.
Yeah.
Molly McCann can't get, crazy because she's very physically strong.
Yes.
Can go, she got an armbar off of Emily Whitmire. But I felt like Emily kind of extended herself to the armbar. Yeah. She did the things to make it a little bit tighter. Yeah. But when she strikes, her weight's really on the back foot, and I just feel like Molly's gonna be like, "Thank you."
It's gonna be that winging right hand. That's why I'm seeing it. The more I was watching Hannah Goldy, the more I'm thinking Molly's she's gonna be patient. She's gonna kind of pry with the lead hand, but then once she feels like she's got your range, she's gonna start coming over the top with that right hand, and Goldy's gonna have a habit of doing this, and she's gonna start ducking away, and then she's gonna start reaching. And if I'm Molly, I'm thinking tease with the lead hand, come over the top, and then when I start to see her ducking, I'm going to start framing and hitting her with the uppercut. And I can see Molly nailing her with both of those, uppercut to then left hook.
Yeah. Do you think maybe Molly gets a submission?
No, I just think she's going to box her up.
Yeah.
I think she'll box her up. I think the more she hits her, the more the crowd will cheer. So even if she's in a position where she could sub her, I think she'll just keep hitting her.
Okay.
I could see Hannah Goldy trying to clinch her and trying to take her down and ending up like pulling guard or pulling butterfly guard and Molly ground and pounding. And that's where it gets risky for Molly, I think, is if she feels like the momentum's on her side and Hannah's kind of giving up and then she ends up on her back and she's defending an armbar that she wasn't seeing coming. She's got to keep some composure, but I also think, to be honest, I mean, her like allowing the energy of the arena to come in is like an additional battery pack for her.
Yeah.
So I think it'll do her good. I just think she needs to be cautious at that last range when she's potentially at armbar range.
Plus, she looked like she's been working on a lot of judo techniques. I keep seeing like judo stuff from her pop up. And when Hannah Goldy fought Emily Whitmire, it was that overhooking judo throw with a step through that got the takedown. It did get her into a submission though, moments later, but
she trains a lot with Dave Lawson as well down in Bournemouth. Molly does.
Yes.
Like she's always spending time down there. And Dave Ippon Lawson has got wicked judo. Judo to arm bars is his thing.
Yeah, I'm going Molly.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a banger. I think Molly's going to be just way too much for her. Way too much for her. Too much energy, too much enthusiasm. Too much. She'll be looking forward to that bottle of Howler Head that she'll be getting into while Paddy's walking out.
That's like the one thing that she always mentions.
Always.
Like, I've done everything for this fight. Not one drink.
No, that's always the main sacrifice.
I know I sacrificed and I did everything because I didn't have one drink.
That's the main sacrifice. For me it's peanut M&Ms. I've not had one peanut M&M. And she's like, I've had no gin and tonic. I've had no beer.
Was it ale or something? It's like the same thing anyway.
Okay.
Right. Molly.
So Molly, okay, yes, me too.
Molly was a finish.
I think, I could see her getting a TKO finish. Like late as well, like a banger of 2 rounds and then finishing her at like mid-3rd round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Okay. This one I think is going to be a ground and pound decision as well, to be honest. I think
that doesn't make sense. Ground and pound decision.
Yeah, like I think one fighter's going to win by just being able to beat the other one up by ground and pound. Like I think Molly's going to be able to hurt. I think she'll hurt Hannah Goldy, but I think she'll end up finishing her on the floor.
Yeah.
I think Hannah Goldy will curl up in a ball and Molly will just unload, and that's when the referee will jump in.